The recording has started.
Let us do Pradhana and start the session. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma Tasmai, Sri Gurave Namah. Om Mannado Sri Jagannatha, Madguru Sri Jagadguru, Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai, Sri Gurave Namah. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram, Vyaptam Yena Characharam, Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai, Sri Gurave Namah. The only Guru of three religions, Traita Theorem originator, sensational writer, Hindu virtue donor, the Emperor of spiritual kingdom, Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. We are learning Traita Theorem Bhagavad Gita, interpreted by Sri 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 Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. Last week we started learning Shraddhatraya vibhaaga yogamu. We learned up to 3 slokams last time. Let us see the meanings of 3 slogans what we learnt last week. So Arjuna asked a question to Lord Krishna. So that is the first slokam. It talks about Prakriti and Gunas. So Arjuna is asking, what is called the undivided attention of those who worship with interest by leaving the regulation of Shastras? Is it Sattva? Is it Rajasa? Is it Tamasa? Then Bhagavan started replying. So in the second slokam, what it says, naturally all living things have 3 kinds of Shraddha or interest. Let you hear. These are Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasa interests. So based on the interest of the mortal soul, there are 3 kinds of interests exist, which are Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa. Then third slokam, all are getting interest in accordance with their liking. One who has particular interest is called particular Shraddha Purusha. So here he clearly mentioned that. So the interests are according to their liking. What they like, the interest is according to this liking. So one who has particular interest is called particular Shraddha Purusha. That is why in the slokam also he mentioned that Shraddhayo ayam Purusho Purushayo Yashraddha sa eva saha. He mentioned that. So we learnt up to that slokam, third slokam. Let's move on to the fourth slokam onwards. Yajante satvika devan yaksharaksham sirajasaha pretan bhutaganam chanye yajante tamasa janaha. Those who have sattvic disposition, the people who are in sattvic disposition are the people who got interest in sattvic disposition. They worship the devatas. Rajasic worships the yakshas and rakshasas. They are on the lower level compared to the worshippers of the devatas. And the tamasas worship the pretas and bhutas, the devils, pretas and devils, or ghosts. Okay. So let's move on to the 5th slokam and 6th slokam. They are also talking about gunas. 5th and 6th slokam. Ashastra vihitam ghoram tapyante ye tapo janaha dambhahankara samyuktaha kama raga balanvitaha karshayanta sharirastham bhutagrama macetasaha मां चयेवंत शरीरस्थं तान् विद्धि सुरच्छयान् तान् विद्धि असुरनिच्छयान्. So what is he saying over here? Those men who have arrogance, pride and have strength of the disposition like desire and love, the people who got much more strength of desire and the love dispositions, they are arrogant, they show pride. Okay, so they will do harm to others, they will do penance but not according to the regulations of Shastras. Being ignorant, they torture others, they torture their senses in the body and also Atma. So Atma is also dwells inside the body. These kind of people are called demons. So some person keeps the desire as chief intention and for getting fulfillment of that desires. So what they are going to do, they do penance. Penance is tapas, they do. So that got the some principles, they need to bind by that principles. That needs to be performed with the body labor. Okay. So that is called penance or tapas. So by doing the worship, what happens? They will do anguish the body and associate with the principles will make embarrassment others. So for others also, it makes the embarrassment. If we take an example of that, there is a person inside the house, he would like to worship, then what he does? He makes the family members to clean the house and decorate the house completely. And all the family members eat the same kind of food, and there is a restriction not to go outside, and outside people should not enter inside the house. So that kind of conditions or rules he will put it over there. So until he finishes, so up to completion of that worship, the insiders of the house won't go outside, outsiders won't enter inside the house. So the worshipper does not stand until he finishes the 10,000 mantra recitation. He doesn't take food as well. So that's what the principle he follows. So when he starts worshipping, so even though he gets urination, he doesn't go outside. Even for uh, other activities also, he doesn't go. And because he has put the principle right, should not do any other task. Even if he gets urination, he has to stop that. So he should not go to bathroom. Okay. So the worshipper can't move here and there. He will be sitting there itself without moving his body. And the senses get pain. Though he is getting the pain, the legs and his senses are tortured. So he is going to torture the legs and senses. The consciousness of Atma in the body also is weakened, not getting strength of food because he is not taking food. So energy is not supplied throughout his body. So he stopped the flow of the soul energy into his senses, right? So there is a breakdown. Okay. Um, so there is a breakdown in the nerve system because he is not moving legs here and there. That makes obstruction in transmitting the power. He is obstructing the transmission of the power through the nerves. So he is anguishing. So what is happening? Those who do anguishing practices, these kind of practices are called anguishing practices. So they are going to torture the senses and the divine Atma inside the body. So these kind of persons are called demonic persons. Let us move on to the seventh slokam. आहारस्त्वपि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रियः यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानं तेषां भेदमिमं शृणु. Even the food which is taken by all exists like three kinds of shraddhas. In the same way, the sacrifice, penance, and charity exist as three kinds of Shraddhas. Listen to me, I shall tell their differences. So here, the Slokam, 7th Slokam talks about gunas. Based on the Shraddha, food is also three kinds. Based on the Shraddha, there are sacrifice, penance, and charity, also three kinds. So he would like to explain about them. First, he is going to explain about the food based on the interest. So it can be said that Shraddha exists as three kinds in even food, which is taken by man, and in the works which are done, and in the worships. So Shraddha exists in food, works, and worships. The work which is doing is counted according to the Shraddha of that disposition. Here the Shraddhas of those three dispositions are revealed. So we need to start from the food. First he is going to tell about the food, then work, then worships. Okay. So let us learn about 8th Shlokamu onwards from the next week. Let us do Mangala Prarthana and end the session now. Om Mangalam Gurudevaya Mahaniya Prabodhatmane Sarvaloka Sharanyaya Sadhurupaya Mangalam. Prabodhatmam to everyone.